one thing that I'm kind of teaching to myself is when we come back, however it comes back, just in terms of like the live aspect, right? Like there's going to be less availability for gigs because places are shutting down, right?
Yeah.
So you got to be a ticket on a bill that people want to come to see. People are willing to pay for it, right? And DJing has become mainstream. I think it's a great thing, honestly, because a couple years ago
we were all in the underground.
We were all the underground, right?
Yeah.
If you even think about when it was really popping, like when we were, in our 20s and stuff, right? That's when SoundCloud was really blowing up, and people like Blau and Caps Lab are going on global tours off of Mashup.
Yeah.
And you're like, what the
Strange
fuck,
signs.
dude?
Strange signs. Holy
man.
shit. Could you imagine that now?
Dude, like literally get in line.
Yeah, right.
It's crazy. And now, over the past, let's call it 10 years, right? Like, so much has changed.
Yeah.
We've seen festivals come. We've seen artists blow up. We've seen venues change the landscape. Super clubs like Radius and stuff, right? We're seeing like a cyclical process. But now we're seeing different things, right? Of course. I want to ask you, Arvi, as someone that has been in the industry and seen a lot of these cycles, how do you think things are going to come back, and what are you doing as an individual to stay
I was
relevant?
really hoping you wouldn't ask me that question.
I have to.
I know you do.
I ask you the tough questions. What do you think?
I don't know, man. Like, I've never, like, I usually have an answer for everything.
Yeah.
Whether it's a smart ass
okay
comment, whether it's a smart ass comment or like an educated guess.
Yeah.
But like, I really don't know. It's such a strange time. Like all the drive-ins are happening,
Right.
Which are great. Like at least there's something for people to actually do there, and people actually go to them. There's actually an outlet for that.
Yeah.
But I mean, your average consumer that would go to shows or events wouldn't go to Concord for Green Velvet. They go to Concord for Green Velvet. That closed at 2, and then they go to Spy Bar or Sound. They go somewhere else. There was always like an extra outlet after that.
Oh, yeah.
It's like if you're not going to one show a weekend. You're getting the experience of 2 to 3 or 4.
Yeah.
If you avidly go out.
Yep.
So I don't know when or how, but like things will definitely be different. The way agencies work is gonna remain the same to an extent. Like a lot of the industry aspects will have to remain the same, just because of how it was built from the get-go.
The pillars, yeah, of course.
Exactly, but I really don't know. I really don't know. It's just more of a wait and see. So instead of like, I've toyed with the idea of like, let's throw a really cool show, or let's do this, or I've done some really cool live streams, but it's just not the same. And no matter how cool the live stream would be, like we did one at LEC's studios.
That was sick.
That was amazing. That was really cool. That was next level production.
Yeah.
But it just wasn't. It's just not the same without having a crowd there, without having that other piece to the energy that you need to share with people.
Yep.
So I really don't know. It's more of like a wait and see and control only what you can control, because when it comes to that, we have no control of the situation. We don't know how all the different things are going to change up, from restrictions, what's allowed to wear, if you got to wear a mask or not, which like, because it's so polarized, the whole country is so polarized and the whole thing, it's creating the sense of anxiety.
Yeah.
It's like you feel awkward being somewhere without a mask if there's more than like 10 people.
It's so strange.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's that polarization that kind of like gives people that anxiety. So you just kind of we need to just go with it, just focus on what we control and just doing the best part that we can, because we're a part of the grand scale of the human race.
Yeah.
So we just need to do our part, whether that be sanitizing your hands, wearing a mask when you're told to, not going to any of these parties or events that are happening that have like over 50 to 100 people at, you know what I mean? Just like playing it smart, and just seeing how it rolls out. If you're a producer, focus on making music.
Yep.
Seeing how and like just have a plethora of music ready to go, ready to release. If you're an artist, focus on your art, on your craft.
Yep.
Whatever it is that you're doing right now, having the time to do that without all those distractions. Yeah. Without having to feel like you could. Without feeling like
you're doing a great job.
Okay. I'm like overthinking.
No, keep going, bro. Like you're spitting knowledge.
It's like there's not those distractions of being able to. It's a Thursday, I can just go to Spy and just like chill, or it's it's a Saturday and Saturday night, so I have to go out.
Right.
Like
expectations.
The expectations or distractions, really, because you're gonna go out, you're gonna go drinking or whatever, what have you, and then like kind of cascades the rest of your week or the rest of your day. So it's like not having all those distractions or all being able to do all those things. I feel like me personally, it zeroed me in as a person.
Yeah.
It's kind of like really smoothed me out and kind of realized what's more important to me,
Yeah.
where my values lie, and what do I want myself to kind of project onto the world and, you know, have that effect of people closest to me.
Yeah.
And hopefully it's a paid forward effect.
I gotta tell you, I've asked that question now how many episodes in the past 6 months, and that was probably the best. Because you know why? I think everyone admits that they don't know,
Yeah.
right? And I don't think there's a bad answer to this question. And I asked this question because I'm trying to answer it myself. Like if you asked that to me, I'd probably say something along those lines, right? And I don't really know. So I wanted to ask you that because it is something that we're all thinking, right?
Yeah, of course.
And it's such a fine line of...
When can we get back to the club?
Yeah, of course, of course. And you know, someone that I had a great conversation about it with Toombs, and he said it's such a fine line of people projecting, right? And saying, if you don't come out at this time with a new hobby or you know, a new mastered skill, then what did you even do? And then the whole other side is there's this mental health aspect.
No, man,
right?
and that's the huge thing too. Is like with people projecting, like everyone's their own human. Everyone has their own pace on things. Like if you come out of this with even like 1% a better person than you were beforehand, that's a success in my book.
That is exactly what I'm saying. I love that.
Yeah.
You just have to. I mean, this time is unprecedented. So why not just say fuck, man? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
Do something. Whatever
Do
it might
something.
be, yeah.
Whatever it might be. I think like I'm on the side where I'm not telling people what to do. I'm asking myself that question. What do I want to do with this time? I'm happy. I'm glad I have a job. I'm glad I have a fantastic girlfriend and a great family and a close set of friends, and that's really important to me.
Yeah,
and I wasn't
naturally.
appreciating that as much as I should have been.
Definitely. Crazy how that works, is. Huh?
I love my girlfriend so much.
Are you just saying that 'cause you've been with her a lot more
A
lately?
lot, dude, a lot.
Amazing.
You know what I mean? And like,
Cheers to girlfriends,
yeah,
bro.
exactly, man, exactly.